runs through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on turning it on. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He's got the tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still in the 3. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they have the first point of the game.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Going to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Slings it downfield. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it. Get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll run play action. Buying some time as he moves left. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It's first and 10 from their own 14-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's going for a big play downfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. He's in open space downfield. Knocked down for the tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. All they need is a field goal to make it a two-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on fourth and goal. Card in the backfield. It's Hunt. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Alabama with a first and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
That's caught. It's Williams. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. Complete to the right. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting point breaks into the open. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Fires to the big fella. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, I understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Floats it out in space. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And that one will give them the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. The sure hands. It's Horton. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Here we go. Takes it from the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
He's going to take off. Can't get him to the ground. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. To the air, it's Sellers. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important.
Wide open spaces. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Still on his feet. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll go hurry up here. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Now sliding to his left. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Hale. And he's brought down after a nice gain. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Across the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Simpson. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off play action. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Trying to make magic with his feet. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the back in the middle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And down he goes. Trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. Dances away. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. A field goal would give them the lead, but they're going for it on 4th and long here in overtime. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't make the connection on 4th down, and they give up the football here in overtime.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Running into the open space. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
3rd down, and they want to make sure their kicker has a chance to win it in overtime. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. The Tide will get the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They're already in position for a potential game-winning field goal here on 1st and goal in overtime. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying play action. Moving out of the pocket. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.